Let's talk application of impulse. So the best application, and there's plenty of applications other than this one, but the application that is kind of life-saving is in car crashes. So in a car accident, the car crashes involved are going to come to a stop. Now, the change in momentum that each car experiences is going to be they're going from however fast they're going to zero. And that's an amount of change in momentum, and that's actually not going to change. The only way you're going to change that is to change how fast the car is going when they crash. So you're going to change that by changing the crash speed. And the only way to change the impulse that is going to be needed to change that momentum is to change how fast the cars are going when they crash into each other. So that's changing the crash speed. So the lesson there is that you should slow down. Don't be going 90 miles an hour when you're running into things. Follow the speed limits, that kind of stuff. Safe driving and all is the best way to go to begin with. But even going 70 miles an hour it can be dangerous in a car accident. So what can we do to help people not be injured to the point of dying? Because we don't want people to die, right? That's the whole goal. So what can we do to help people live through car accidents, okay? So the idea here is that your body can only handle so much force. So what do we need to do to the force on them so that they can live is that we need to make that force smaller. Okay, we need the force to be smaller. Now the impulse is going to be the same no matter what, because you're going some amount of speed, and we need to get you, and you're going to be going zero in the end. So we need the impulse is going to be the same no matter what. But we need less force, right? So we need less force so we have to have less force in the same impulse means we need to have a longer amount of time. Okay. Because remember, we have that same impulse, and we need less force, which means we need to have a longer time. Okay, and to get a longer time, what we're going to do is we need things to take longer. So some of the things that we do that in car accidents, which we might watch a video about this in class, or you might watch a video about this in Schoology. There's two things that we're going to write down here, and one of those is crumple zones. They used to have these nice tough cars. There's a little thing missing here that didn't give her anything. Yeah, and people died a lot. So they started adding these things called crumple zones. And your cars are actually designed to give and break and bend. And it turns out that that's actually better for people. Sure, your car has to be fixed and replaced and whatnot, and it looks terrible, and you see cars driving around where they're front half of their cars all dinged up and whatnot. But that's actually good for you because that increases the time. So you have a bigger time. Right here you have a bigger time. But as a result of that bigger time, you can survive that force, okay? Which is better for you, okay? Again, it's all about living here, right? Now, the other thing that they do is on the inside of your car, they add things like padding, cushioning, okay? Airbags. It's not increasing the time a lot. It turns out that a very small increase in the time makes a huge difference in the force that's on you. It doesn't take a lot of change in time to save a life. Okay, just a little bit less force on you is just all it takes to save your life. Okay, so that's all the change that it needed in order to do that. Hopefully you have seen or will see some great demonstrations of some interesting things where we can make a big difference in a little bit of time to get something to not have to be broken. Okay. And that's all we're going to say about impulse for now. We'll learn some more in the next couple of lessons, and thanks for watching.